Hey, I wanted to hop on here and give my take on working with Ian, both using his Elite video program as well as Coach Mobility Plus. I am a personal trainer and I had a car accident in 2018, and since then, like everything just didn't feel okay. A lot of movements that seemed to be pretty convenient in the past ended up being really difficult post accident, and experiencing all the concussion symptoms and trying to figure out my way back to strength. And every time I tried to, train again and get my momentum going, I would go down. Like I had a very terrible setback. And then also on the coaching front, I worked with a lot of people with injuries, and then that was the point that I started really questioning all the things that I've been working with. I did a little bit of a biomechanics, and I was familiar with neurofundamentals as well as FRC, but none of them felt efficient or sufficient enough to give me at least the result that I wanted. Besides, I always felt like there were certain gaps that I couldn't fully fill up for my clients as well. Until I was like, okay, I'm just gonna find a program that has rehab built into it, that I can really build solid strength, because I was so tired of doing mobility exercises separate from my strength and constantly feeling that I didn't have enough time to do both. Or I constantly felt guilty that, oh, I don't put all of my attention on mobility, but then still my neck stuff, my headaches and vision stuff was really, really insane post concussion. Until I started working with Ian. I started with EVM because I wanted to experience everything myself. At the time, I wasn't necessarily thinking about doing a coaching program with him, but I was really ready to put all the work into it. So now it's over a year, but for 3 months, I literally worked out with EVM every single day. And then after that, I continued on and off working with EVM and doing the new programs and implementing all the stuff that I learned in my routine. And I cannot imagine, probably somewhere in this video, you see my transformation. As soon as my rib positioning, both through the techniques Ian teaches, inspired by flowability and PRI, my life was completely changed. My neck tension was close to none. And it was really mind-blowing to see how my body was responding. And then immediately I knew after a couple of months I wanted to do his coaching program. And when I started Coach Mobility Plus, next level. I think one of the greatest gifts that I've received from Ian was keeping an open mind and thinking about the big picture rather than zooming in too much or becoming so rigid with the modality, and rather focusing on giving results rather than focusing on the technique itself. That was the best permission slip that I've ever been given. And personally, I never felt like I was sold on any particular method or modalities, because none of them really truly worked for me before working with Ian. But then after that, it's just now I feel like my mind is a lot more open, and I'm really not only he taught me so many techniques and modalities, but also he gave me tools to be a critical thinker. And then also he gave me vocabularies to be able to explain what I saw in my bodies and in my clients' bodies. And I'm really, really grateful for all the progress I've made and all the progress I've seen in my clients. I completely changed the way I teach my group classes, my one-on-one work with clients, and I am really, really happy. And I feel like doing Coach Mobility Plus in particular as a coach really has become the foundation that I decide where I'm gonna go there, where I'm going from here. And I was resourced with the right tools, right other coaches, practitioners that I can go and follow along. And I feel like generally I'm a lot more resourceful, both in my bodies and in the way that I'm thinking, both in my work and in my personal, journey of becoming stronger. Thank you so much for listening.